Hi, Tribe. Welcome back to another episode of Highest Timeline for Earth. Today is October 17th. It's the Aries full moon. Let's talk about the energies, the archetypes, how we can harness these cosmic and elemental energies to improve our lives and live a better, more fulfilled, abundant life where we are helping move forward the collective consciousness, raise the collective consciousness, bring peace and fulfillment and justice to the world, to the community, and be our most authentic, vibrant expression, be exactly who we were born to be. Okay, so we have Aries, who is the initiator, the warrior, the go-getter. It is fire. It is the first fire. And we're coming off the back of an eclipse season that brought crystal clarity, illumination, may have been uncomfortable, a lot of just truth bombs may have come to the surface, could have been a reckoning. You had to experience radical acceptance of all of the decisions that you have made in the past that led you exactly where you are now, whether those were from a conscious or unconscious place, a shadowy place. You had to radically accept exactly where you're at now and just get so real with yourself. And that's what this Aries moon is bringing us now. It's like, it's calling for us to just get so real with ourselves about how exactly are we going to move forward now with the knowledge that we gained, with the clarity that we gained from eclipse season, and how are we going to laser focus, refocus our energy and our intention to keep things moving upwards. And if I sound out of breath, that's because I am. I'm pushing the stroller right now up a hill, and it just felt like now is a good time to speak on our beautiful Aries moon walk today. Okay, so it's all about reshuffling, refocusing, and then getting like crystal clear. Like it's like the archer knowing exactly where that arrow is going. We need to harness that kind of energy again. So now is the time to blow up, incinerate, burn, get rid of anything that is holding you back and that's not really in alignment anymore with where you are going. So think back on the goals that you set for yourself the last 6 to 8 months, like in the last Aries season. That was right at the start of the new astrological year. I'm sure you set so many goals for yourself, whether you were doing it consciously or unconsciously. The energy back in March 2024 was forward momentum. It's spring, it's rebirth, it's, nurturing and nourishing the seeds that you had planted, starting something new, getting things off the ground, giving it your all, going for it, making significant progress, being fiery, putting yourself out there, starting something new, being unafraid, being unapologetic. So think back on what you have accomplished and done in the last 6 to 8 months when it comes to your biggest dreams, your biggest goals, whether you are an entrepreneur or the goals that you have with your family, with your community, with your business, with your work, with your relationships, like whatever intentions and goals you set for yourself back then. First of all, be proud of yourself with what you have accomplished and how far you have gotten, and take note and take stock of what is working and what you've really enjoyed doing and where all your hard work has paid off. But then get so real with yourself about, okay, now where have I slacked off or fell off, or where has my hard work not been paying off? Where am I meeting resistance? Where am I meeting pain points? Or where do I feel like I'm going round and around in a loop again and it's just not working? Time to break up with something, break up with a way of doing something, just get rid of something completely and reprioritize, reshuffle, and pivot. Like make a pivot, make a conscious choice now to do something differently. Revisit those goals that you set for yourself and be so real about it. Have I done what I said I was going to do? Maybe let me make a new schedule. Let me laser in, laser focus. This requires like a lot of masculine energy right now. The masculine energy is the direction, and then the feminine energy is the flow. It's the creative flow in that direction. Now is the moment to get really crystal clear about your direction again, about your goals, about holding yourself accountable, being disciplined, and just being so straight up real with yourself. Because coming off the back of that eclipse season, shit got real. It was an illumination. You know exactly where you're at now. And you need to radically accept that and integrate it and have compassion for that and so much love for that because you're exactly where you're supposed to be. You're exactly where you need to be. And you have bigger fish to fry. Like you're here for a very important reason. And the time is now to refocus and get so clear about this direction. I'm just laughing that I'm out of breath. Thank you if you're listening to this. Thank you for giving me some leeway here because I am a mama and it's important for me to just drop in and share when I feel inspired to share. And that doesn't always look like, in a quiet room. Looks like it's on the fly at times, like we are now when baby's sleeping. But I'm going to share a bit about what I'm experiencing, what I'm going through, maybe to give you some insight. Um, I was thinking back on this eclipse season, which really brought me this balance for the first time in my life. Brought me this balance of moderation, of all parts of myself coming to the table, not just the spiritual, mystic mama part of myself, but the practical part of myself, the homemaker, the inspiring empire running entrepreneur, not just, making money on TikTok and exchanging my services for money, but these bigger goals that I have for myself about the empire I'm building, one that is like a self sustaining machine, one that is growing exponentially. This is what I'm revisiting and refocusing on is this bigger, grander vision and getting so real about what I need to do and what I need to change to make that happen, to make as much money as possible by being of service to as many people as possible and reaching so many people, just being the boss ass bitch businesswoman that I was born to be. So that part of myself sitting at the table, having a nice seat at the table, and then the nurturing mother, backbone of my family part of me sitting at the table, and then making sure that we are healthy, making sure that I'm always learning and learning the new AI and technology, make sure that I'm learning the new quantum financial system and crypto, making sure that I am being there for my friends and family, showing up for people, being reliable, being dependable, having integrity in everything that I say and do, taking care of my physical body, going back to the gym. Okay, all parts of me. Oh, and then being romantic, being a lover with my husband, and, inspiring and initiating the divine masculine in him. All of these parts of myself having an equal seat at the table now for the first time in my life, finding true balance. All right, so now I'm revisiting the goals that I had back in Aries season. And that's when I started doing my first transformational journey. It was a 9-week journey. I had 10 women involved. I was marketing on TikTok and on Instagram. I was so proud of myself. I had done so much work. It was such an amazing group. And I was helping other women activate these energies within, these archetypes within, while harnessing the cosmic and elemental energies, incorporating human design, the elements, the chakra system, herbs, herbal medicine, Ayurveda. It was like this beautiful combination of everything that I have been working on packaged up. And it was such an amazing experience. And I was so proud of myself for doing this. But then I learned a big lesson. I'm like, I need to automate shit. I can't be, sending out, like collecting emails from people on TikTok, manually adding them to my list, making these like email blasts and sending them out. I'm like, and then trying to book calls with people, going back and forth, trying to find a time. I'm like, I got to automate my shit. I got to, get newsletter out there, sign up for subscribers. Um, have a calendar online where people just automatically book it with me, automatically pay with me, pay online rather than me, trying to get Venmo requests and all this shit. I'm like, it's time for me to up level and automate so that I can accelerate my business. If I keep exchanging my time for money, I'm never going to be as abundant and successful and reach as many people as I know I should and am going to. This is very basic. People are probably laughing. Like, if you're a successful business person, you're like, bitch, you're just figuring this out. No, I'm not just figuring this out. I've known this for years, okay? But I was doing everything in my own time that felt right while being a new mom. My baby just turned 1 the other day. And so I'm balancing, being a devotional mother, nurturing mother, running our households with also being an intuitive entrepreneur, content creator, and a writer. I also wrote a book. So anyway, I'm just balancing all this, and I've had my list, I've had my goals, I've known that I had to automate all my shit and pay money for services that are going to do it for me, which I dip my toes into. I found this thing called Repurpose, where now all of my TikToks automatically get posted onto other social media apps, so I don't have to do anything manually. I'm learning the new AI technology. Okay, anyway, you get the point. I'm automating my shit, but I kind of fell off from doing this the last few months. I was like, okay, I list of things to do. And then I ended up doing a bunch of other things in the meantime. And then this Aries full moon, I was like, okay, let me journal, get everything out of my head. What should I refocus on? And then once my mind was quiet, boom, automation, bitch, that popped up in my head. Automation, acceleration. And I revisited my goals from back then. And then the moment I woke up this morning after baby was taken care of, I start immediately automating my shit, paid big money for this service, like whatever. I'm just taking my goal seriously now, doing exactly what I said I was going to do to automate my business. And I know that these things take time. I know that building an empire takes time. I know that this vision of what I want my business to be, which is this massive, beautiful community of people who are working towards the betterment of humanity and trying to become the best versions of themselves so that they can uplift everyone and inspire everyone and live a life of creativity, fulfillment, health, magic, vitality, abundance. This is my goal. I want to create a massive community. I know that I am a leader. I'm fully owning my role as a leader. I'm fully owning who I am as the voice and brand of this bigger movement. And it's so much bigger than me. It's like bigger fish to fry, bigger fish to fry. Get out of my own way, my own little hangups, my own little, you know, issues, these recurring patterns. Like, they got blown up, incinerated, illuminated during eclipse season. It was like, finally get out of your own way, because you have millions of people that you need to be of service to. You need to finally get out of your own way and expand your reach already, okay? Expand your voice. Step into your true power. Let it rip. Automate and accelerate. So, this is my example. This is like also the Aries Libra axis that we've just been working with during this eclipse season. The nodes of fate the last 2.5 years have been on Aries and Libra. So we've been learning how to follow our own path, our own true north, become the best version of ourselves, the most balanced and whole versions of ourselves, masculine and feminine energies, versions of ourselves. Go after your own path. That's the me, that's the Aries, while then showing up in equal partnership with your divine union and collaborating and working with your community, working with others. That's the we, that's Libra. So it's finding this perfect balance of me and we. And by you doing you and focusing on your path, that allows you to come into your divine union, where the two of you are like these two. I'm getting the image of like the lone wolves, like two lone wolves coming together to create a powerful pack. That's the backbone of the family unit. That's the backbone of the new earth. I had to refocus on doing my own thing again so that I could come back to my partnership. And our marriage has been elevated during that the Libra solar eclipse. Been elevated, it's transforming into its higher expression, the higher expression of the divine union. This energy was demanding that we elevate, that we transform. Because again, we've got bigger fish to fry. It's bigger than just us. We're better together. We're stronger together. I need to be the best me and initiate the best him. The feminine initiates the divine masculine. And then we have our refocus of our long-term vision, of our energy. We know exactly where we're going, which is up, up, up. We're here to live a life of creativity, abundance, community, fun, music, dancing, creation, collaboration, travel, just immerse in Mother Nature. And we're here to uplift and inspire everyone else along the way. We are the leaders, we're the backbone. Time to refocus because we got bigger fish to fry. We're much better together, we're much stronger together, but I had to refocus and get back on my own track of building my own empire before we can combine empires. So, sending you much love this Aries moon. I love you guys. Thanks for listening and see you soon.